Hello everyone, welcome to episode 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of BOHNAFIDE already. I can't believe it's episode 7. I am so excited for today's episode because I'm going to give you guys a design update, especially a design update, but a schedule update as well. And I'm going to just talk about how the interior design is coming together, my personal interior design process. I'm going to show you guys space plan. We're going to talk about finishes. I'm going to talk about how I pull finishes together and just give you guys a real update as to what is going on. I'm Karin Bohn, the founder and creative director at House of Bohn. I've been in the design industry for over 10 years. I decided to do an entire series around my own personal home renovation. Welcome to my home. Okay, a couple things before we get started. First of all, if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you hit that like button so that I know and my team knows that you guys are liking these videos and we keep making more of them for you. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure that you guys do that. And don't be shy, you can share this to your friends, colleagues, family, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever. But you can also share this on all of your social media platforms. My team and I would be so grateful if you guys did that. So here's where we're gonna start. Let me give you guys a space plan update to start. I'm very excited about this. So the space plan is looking really good. The structural engineer has confirmed that I can completely open up my kitchen and dining room. So I'm very excited about that. The only thing that I think I'm going to have to contend with is one post, which really at the end of the day is not a big deal. So this wall you can see is completely come out, and this wall has completely come out. So I'm gonna have a really nice big kitchen, which I'm really excited about. The only thing is I'm gonna have a structural post right here, but it's not gonna be that big. It's really only gonna be about 8 inches by 8 inches. So not big at all. It's a tiny sacrifice for being able to have such an open concept main floor. The kitchen has been designed so that it's completely open. Right when you walk in, you'll be walking into a small foyer area, and you immediately walk into the kitchen. I've got an island where I can seat 2 to 3 people around the island. I've got tons of circulation around the kitchen, which I'm really excited about. I've even got a little breakfast nook or eating nook right by the window. I'm very excited about this because there's so much natural light that comes in from this window. So I'm excited that there's going to be a little table there with a little bench. I will probably spend a lot of my time sitting here drinking coffee with my laptop open doing work. So I have already told Chris this cannot be a dumping ground for his mail. So I've got a nice long kitchen back line, an L-shaped counter that divides the kitchen and the dining room, but this is going to be completely open. So as you walk in, you're going to be able to see the dining room and you're going to be able to see the living room, which I'm really, really excited about. And a change that you guys haven't seen is the existing fireplace is here. And I decided to flip it. So now the fireplace is on this wall. And one of the big reasons why I did that is because I really like it when you walk into a space and a home and the furniture is open to you. Psychologically, that feels very inviting. It feels like you want to go sit down. It feels really warm. And I didn't like the idea of walking into this open concept space on the main floor and then walking into the back of a sofa. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to flip the fireplace to the other wall, which is going to create a really nice open space on the main floor. As we go upstairs, I'm not changing too much when it comes to the guest room and the second bathroom. Although all of these finishes are going to be updated and all the finishes in the guest room will also be updated. What I am doing is adding a whole bunch of built-in millwork. So I'm excited about this because Chris and I need storage. We need so much storage. So I'm going to have a whole wall of built-in millwork. There's going to be space for a potential hide-a-bed or a sofa or a crib, maybe. And then the biggest change is in the master bedroom area. So as you walk into the master bedroom, I still have a ton of space for a nice big bed. We are keeping our queen size bed, which is drafted here. So there's lots of space for circulation. I've got a nice big freestanding soaker tub, a nice big vanity, a shower, and I've got access from the master bathroom into the walk-in closet. And there's dual access in the walk-in closet. So I can access the closet from the bedroom or from the bathroom, which works out perfect. So I'm really happy with the space plan. I'm really, really happy with the space plan. For my palette, there's a lot of black and white here. So that's kind of the undertone, but I'm layering in some beautiful wood. So this is a walnut and this is a stained oak. I love these medium toned warm woods. I feel like it's really gonna warm up the black and white palette. And then I've also layered in a lot of marble and a lot of stone that has texture, a textural quality to it. So this, for example, is a black marble. This is a Portoro marble. Thinking maybe I'll use this on the fireplace. This is a vintage Italian marble. It's got a little bit of yellow coloring to it, which I really love. I love anything that looks really real and authentic and very vintage. And then you'll see a few of the stones here that also have veining and visual texture. And interestingly enough, I've also pulled these pink stones. I wanted from day one to introduce some pink stone, which sounds totally weird because my existing place has pink countertops right now and I'm getting rid of those pink countertops. But those countertops are laminate, and I don't think laminate is a great finish if you're really wanting to achieve something that looks expensive and high end. I use a lot of stone in my projects, and so I want to use a lot of stone in my home, and I'm just loving these stones that have pink and white veining. I think that they're just beautiful. My style is to mix and match materials, mix and match patterns, and I really don't believe that materials should be cohesive. I've heard once before someone saying that they love it when materials just sing together. And for me, it doesn't make sense to me. To me, I like to use interesting materials, interesting finishes, and pulling things together that you normally wouldn't think would go together, but creating a beautiful space with that material. You guys know that I'm using the Rome flooring from Divine Flooring. I'm really excited about this. This is a beautiful creamy color. It's very, very white. And then for my kitchen, I'm going to do a completely black kitchen with a shaker panel door. I've got a rendering here that Karina from my team put together. This gives you an idea of what the kitchen is going to look like in terms of all the millwork along the back wall. You can see the L-shaped countertop. You've got the column. So this is going to be the structural column, and then you can see the island right in the middle. For my kitchen island, I believe I'm going to be using butcher block. So to warm up the space, I want to bring that wood color in. So you can see here the black and white and wood, so the basis of the whole interior design. And then I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to use on the perimeter counter and the backsplash just yet. I've considered using something like a marble, so I might bring this in. So this still feels not overly dramatic. Some people might get scared about the black cabinetry, but for me, it's all about going big or going home. No pun intended. So I'm going to go big and do the entire kitchen in black. And the marble seems like a really beautiful, classic, safe choice. I'm happy with that. Or I might pull in something like this. So this stone is a quartzite. It's got a beautiful white undertone and then some pink veining, which is really, really unique. And I just love the way these tones look together when you've got the wood, the black, the white, and this tiny little undertone of pink. I haven't shared this with Chris yet, so So one of these stones, I think, is going to be the winner for the countertops. Also, for the kitchen, I'm really excited about this detail. So this L-shaped kitchen here, this kitchen island, although it's open to the dining room, I have an inspiration image here that I want to show you guys because I love the idea of doing a custom brass glass rack. So I have somebody already who's going to manufacture this for me. This is going to be in a beautiful brass color, and it's really going to tie in with our bar because Chris and I both had to have a bar in our kitchen. So right now I'm in the process of designing this glass rack that's going to hold all of our bottles, our glassware, and even though it's going to serve as storage, a really great way to store all of this stuff, it's still going to feel very open from the kitchen to the dining room. So I'm really excited about that. So keeping with this black and white theme, for the powder room, this is where I'm going to have a lot of fun. So on the plan, the powder room is quite small. It's close to the entry. Basically, we've got a small powder room, very utilitarian, counter space, toilet, mirror, that kind of thing. But because it's a small space, I want to have a lot of fun in the powder room. So I've pulled this image as inspiration for my floor. I just love the mix of marbles, the materials. You've got the black, the white, the gray, and I have this sample. This is a tile from Ann Sachs, a beautiful tile. This format is a little bit smaller, but I like the tones in this. So I'm not 100% committed to this tile. I actually think I might do a custom pattern on the floor with my own selection of tiles. And then on the walls, I really want to do a nice big bold pattern as well. My initial jumping off point for the walls was to use a wallpaper like this. But I really love 70s and that whole vintage, glamorous vibe. So we are going to design our own custom wallpaper. And I'll show you guys a little bit of inspiration. I want to do something tropical, something that incorporates palm trees. I want to do a really big, bold pattern, something that also feels really beautiful and soft, like this watercolor here. So these are two of my inspiration images, and I'm going to pull Jill, my junior designer, into this because she is an amazing illustrator, and I'm pulling Kristen into this because she does graphics. So this is going to be a collaborative effort, and we're going to design this wallpaper, and that is going to be a whole nother episode in this series. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. Just a little plug. Okay, let's go upstairs. The master ensuite is nice and big. I love the layout of the master ensuite. This is an area where I really do want to use a lot of marble. And what I'm currently thinking, maybe I need you guys to vote on this again or give me some direction here, is using marble on the floor in the shower, partially on the walls if I can. If I can afford it. Marble everywhere. I'm thinking of pulling in this countertop. So this quartzite again with the pink stone, because I just love the way these look together. And then I haven't totally decided if I'm going to pull in the black in the master ensuite, which I think just looks so slick and glamorous and chic together, or whether I'm going to pull in a wood material for the cabinets, which I think is a completely different look. It feels a little bit more vintage. I will definitely do brass fixtures, so brass faucets, brass lighting. Brass has made a huge comeback, which is really exciting, and I love this vintage color of brass. It's sort of a little bit patina. It's not that shiny brass that everyone remembers from the 70s and 80s. It's a little bit more worn and weathered, and I think it just looks so chic. So this is going to feel a little bit more vintage, glamorous, while the black is going to feel a little bit more chic and polished and crisp. So I haven't totally decided. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think I should do a wood vanity or a black vanity? So last but not least, just to finish this off, so you can see where the direction is going, there's going to be lots of visual texture. It's still going to feel clean, modern. It's going to have some hints of a retro vibe, which I really love. My style is all about being eclectic, just pulling in inspiration from different materials, different places in the world, different time periods. I love just taking inspiration from all of these different places and creating a really beautiful design. And to really finish it off, I've decided I'm going to use some big casings. So big casings around the door. I'm going to use a really big heavy baseboard with lots of detailing. That's going to make the townhouse feel just really expensive and just take it from a basic developer townhouse up to that next level. I always advise that if you can splurge on moldings, don't go for that flat baseboard and that flat stock casing, because that's really, the cheapest that you can go. And without that extra little bit of detail, it can look really plain. So I just want to really kick it up a notch. And then I've got a huge wall, a big opportunity to do something with my fireplace. Chris bought a 60-inch TV. No, was it 60?
No, I think it's 70.
I think it's 75.
75.
No, we have a 60 right now.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. So for the fireplace, Chris went out and bought a 75-inch TV on, I can't remember, Black Friday or Boxing Day or one of those sales. So we've got a 75-inch TV that we have to fit on this wall. And in order to remotely make the fireplace work, I'm going to have to do a really big fireplace. So right now we're thinking of doing a long 60-inch linear fireplace, something like this. And I think that this is a really good inspiration image and a really good jumping off point for the design. It's going to have to be fairly simple, because if you imagine this being our wall, the TV is literally going to take up the rest of the wall. I can't believe that this has happened, but I guess he gets a say in this too. So what I'm thinking of doing is potentially a combination of black and white again. Maybe what I'll do is a black backdrop or black wall of marble or an interesting finish. Maybe it's just going to be paint. This is just black from Benjamin Moore. And then what I think I'll do is a marble fireplace. So I haven't totally decided on the stone yet for this. Could be simple marble, very classic, black and white. Again, that's going to go with our clean, light wood floor. I might introduce something a little bit more bold, a little bit more vintage looking. That could be a really cool mantle. That would look really nice when you see the wood. It will pull in from the wood tones. Or I might go really dramatic and bring in a stone that isn't in the house yet and do something like a pink marble, which I think would be really cool too. Okay, so I think that about sums up the design direction. It's going to be bold, it's going to be dramatic, it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to feel very artistic, which I'm so excited about. I still have a lot of sourcing to do, so I have to commit to my plumbing fixtures. I got to pick my faucets. I also have to design all the closets and the walk-in closet, so that's going to come. And then I have to pick my actual fire insert. So basically all the specifications. I'm going to show you guys those episodes in the next few weeks to come. And then I'm going to commit to a contractor, so we're going to do that soon. I'm going to pick my contractor. We're aiming to start construction March 1st, in 6 short weeks, and then we roll into construction. So there's going to be lots happening over the next couple months. Stay tuned. Again, if you like this episode, give us a thumbs up so we know. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss a single episode. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Stacey just walked in the door. Good morning. Christy is hard at work already. She's showing everybody up. Karina is doing nothing. Adrian's working.